EBA Top 40 Fall Workout coverage. I'm Marcus Burnett, joined by Chris Watkins. We've got the same event, but the boys division should make for a very fun second session. Chris, pleasure to have you on the mic here with me, man.
Yeah, it's always, a good day, especially here on a Saturday. Going to get to watch some basketball here, EBA Top 40. A number of outstanding players. We're actually going to see Brent Duncan at Brent Dunks, if you're a big Twitter fan, play really well at our last event at our EBA All-American Camps. Looking for another big day from him today.
And when you watch him play, you'll definitely understand the rationale for the Twitter handle, Brent Dunks and Brent Dunks often, as you'll be able to see here in this matchup. But we'll let it speak for itself. We're ready to tip off.
Also keep a lookout for number 3 in the white. That is Micah Kinsey of 2016 out of Brookwood High School.
Tip off to Team White as opposed to Team Gray. Camp coaches, you got Brandon Clay on one side, Kyle Moore on the other. Team Gray with it.
Oh, goodness.
Nice move right there. Good defense, though. Move made initially by Xavier Barmore.
Here representing Seneca, South Carolina.
Meanwhile, on the other end, you've got number 1. I see Xavier Morgan with that bucket. That was number 5. Correction on that one. That was number 5, Cameron Jimenez Fox. Duncan's wide open. Finishes below the rim there. Same 2 points. Brent Duncan with the finish inside.
Yeah, Duncan, after our last event, actually got an individual workout session with him over there at Holy Innocents, really trying to add, a little bit more left-hand finishing at the rim, but definitely going to be an exciting player to watch.
Foul called there. And one of the things I love about these games, man, beyond the energy that you see there on the court with the players, I love how the coaches really get into the game, man. I mean, no state championships are decided by the outcomes of these games, but it's all about competing and getting better, and I think the coaches really do a lot to fuel that kind of atmosphere.
No doubt, and Brandon does a great job coaching. We got Kyle. Glad to have Kyle Moore here with us today.
For those that know his post as the International Director of Scouting for Peach State Basketball, to have him in the building is usually an anomaly, to say the least. Given the different travel trails in covering basketball, not only in this country but across the globe.
Yeah, Micah Kinsey getting to the rim there. We touched on there at the opening tip. He's had outstanding first 2 years, freshman and sophomore year at Brookwood High School. Played a lot off the ball last year. Looks to slide over more to the point guard position this year. He's had a number of A-Sun schools in to see him in the last 2 weeks.
Coach Bowles in Brookwood, a school that's always been known for its football, but the boys basketball team getting a lot of attention, and got a chance to catch up with Coach Bowles over at Gwinnett County Basketball Media Day this past week, and he talked about the fact that the on-court performance is the most important, but some of the ink and buzz that they've gotten off of the court has really helped as far as getting players excited and just program morale. So first things first, but the things off the court, buzz-wise, have really helped the program.
Yeah, he's done a real good job here the last 2 or 3 years, really moving to a more up-tempo system, plays a large number of players. Has 2 of his players off last year's team. One signed with Grange College, another one's redshirting down at South Georgia State. You have Thomas Higginbotham, one of his players from a few years ago, is at West Georgia, has had an outstanding career there, Division II level.
Team White with the ball. 4-4 ball game here early on. Good defense being played by Brent Duncan there, but persistence pays off. Number 5 again, that's Cameron Jimenez Fox, working hard for the bucket there.
Yeah, still an available 2015. Like his energy there on the offensive end, keeping the shot alive. Plays for Coach Brandon Mayweather.
Too much hot dog for their own good there on that play. But Team Gray unable to come away with the bucket. Three-pointer on the way, just short. Long rebound brought in by Jack Howard. Now substitutions on both sides. So fresh five in for both Team White and Team Gray. Again, Marcus Burnett joined by Chris Watkins. First shot, no good. But attacking the offensive glass and getting the deuce, that's number 20, Matthew Misenheimer, the Mountain View High School attendee. Roberts with it up top. Austin Weiner. No good on the floater. Here comes Team Gray the other way, number 16, Lee.
You know, and to mention, Weiner's actually a 7th grader, so him to be out here and compete, he did fantastic at our EBA All-American camp, shot the ball very well.
Weiner number
got Weiner there actually on cue with the pitch ahead. He's wearing number 4 in the white. Another player to keep an eye out here for is 2016 Anthony Showell, who's wearing 15, bringing the ball up right there in the gray out of Duluth High School.
Showell, a solid player, had a good season last year. I think he's really primed for a good one this season as well. Got a chance to watch him play with heat check basketball in the spring-summer season and was impressed with his improvement there. I think he's gonna definitely have a good season for Coach Hood in Duluth.
Yeah, big fan of Showell. Actually watched him develop as a youngster when he was playing in the South Cobb Junior program way back in the day when I used to coach there.
I remember those South Cobb days, man, back when I was just getting into broadcasting.
Yeah, his dad used to bring him and his brother in there. His brother's now a football standout. Used to bring them over there in the gym, and they would work out every single morning. So you can see it's definitely paid dividends here as he is a 2016, now he's a junior.
Nice pass. Roberts just short on the finish. It's number 9, Cole Roberts, attends Riverwood High School. Big fella getting the legs loose out there. Rebound in traffic, he'll get it to Weiner. Ball gonna be back tapped out of bounds by Joseph Oropeza.
Looking for a big day out of Joseph. Shot the ball real well at EBA All-American camp. You know, he showed himself to be a consistent knockdown shooter when given time out of Flowery Branch High School.
Roberts all over that pass, steals it off of the inbounds. The big fella flushes with authority. Cole Roberts, class of 2016, big man out of Riverwood High School, plays for Coach Buck Jenkins.
Yeah, really like how he brought it back. He put, you know, the dunk's great, but the fact that he had the foresight to put in his left hand while the defender was on his inside, so that's good. Really be able to handle it there and transition a bit.
Good, we see Matthew Misenheimer attacking the offensive glass as he gets his second offensive rebound and layup there. So we have some substitutions. Coach Kyle Moore touching base with Showell.
You know, what's great, when you're getting coached by Kyle, one thing you gotta understand, there's probably not a person I know in my life that watches more basketball than Kyle Moore. At all levels, whether it's Division I men's, women's, college, he knows every stat from every game all the way back to the 80s.
Right, USA basketball, yeah, he's a tough guy to get into basketball debates as far as the group text is concerned, because you got, like you said, you got to have your numbers right. Stat-wise, it's hard to find a guy that's comparable to an almanac when you talk about all those stats and numbers. It'll be brought up, number 11. Here's Barmore. And the ball will go the other way. Look forward to seeing more of number 11, Xavier Barmore. First play of the game, it was a quick jab step and a quick move to the rack. He had his shot blocked, but was able to show a nice amount of wiggle there early on. I'd like to see him get some more opportunities as this game goes on. Nice little nifty move there by number 2, Ty Penley.
Yeah, Penley's somebody who's exciting to watch the EBA All-American camp. You know, the reason we continually mention the other camps is so these players, you know, you get to go back, they can use this game footage, and Penley's definitely somebody who shot the ball well and had a number of moves like he did there.
Kinsey, good defense there by Barmore. Good job to get back. Cameron Jimenez-Fox got a piece of that shot off of the window. Good drive and dish. The assist by Xavier Morgan. Put in by Jimenez-Fox. Central Gwinnett Black Knight making his presence felt here early on. A lot of optimism there over at that Central Gwinnett program led by Brandon Mayweather. We'll have them as part of our SUVtv Tuesday night showcase presented by Peach State Basketball. We'll have their matchup versus Decula here in the 2014-2015 season.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Marks, why don't you go ahead and let people know about the new showcase that we're doing on Tuesday nights in conjunction Peach State Basketball and SUVtv.
Well, it's going to take some of the best Tuesday night matchups that you'll find throughout the Atlanta area. And we'll broadcast those games here live on SUVtv. We'll have play-by-play by myself and color commentary by Jonathan Hemingway and Brandon Clay for a select game. So really want to highlight some of the great matchups that are in this area, whether it's your Decula and Central Gwinnett or your Holy Innocents versus Wesleyan girls matchup that will also feature. You know, just really trying to showcase the basketball going on here in this state. And it just so happens to be on a Tuesday. Duncan gets that ball stuck. When you've got a lot of ups in the tank and in reserves, it's really a mere formality for a Duncan to be able to jump up and tip that ball out. Team White with it. Jimenez-Fox. Another Ty Penley bucket. Good start so far for Penley. Penley will have a seat. Here's Shoel with it for Team Gray. Shoel going to get called for the travel. Kyle Moore thought Shoel kept his pivot foot. Referee had other thoughts. Good take there by none other than Micah Kinsey. Kinsey representing the Brookwood Broncos well. Easy deuce there. Shoel with a nice move. Still can't get the shot to go. Fighting for the ball, tie up between Misenheimer and Weiner. Ball will stay with Team Gray. Misenheimer hand off to Shoel. He'll try a three. Off the mark.
That's a shot. Shoel, you know, he'll knock those down if you're going to leave him open. So that's a shot you want him if you're a coach. And those are shots you want, he has to take.
The big fella, Cole Roberts, doing a good job of just running the floor and also being able to finish when given the opportunity to do so. Saw it a couple minutes ago when he got a steal, took it coast to coast, and flushed it with the left.
Not short change. That's Austin Weiner right there. Looked good in the ball screen situation. You know, nice drop. Always want to mention he is currently just a 7th grader. was actually working a junior college event today, and a college coach was asking about who he was, thought he was a sophomore. They saw him shooting over on the sideline.
Not bad at all. Again, we see Cole Roberts playing volleyball around the rim. Too easy inside for the big fella. Riverwood's got a big man that has no problems running the floor, as we've been able to see this early on. Nice split by Shoel, but Roberts says no, sir. Tough place right there for the ref to, to blow it dead and get some substitutions. But I guess if you don't stop at some point with a running clock game, it's tough to get the subs in. But
we've got Roberts is having a coming out party here.
Kinsey misses, but again, Roberts in there rebounding like he's playing with a couple of his little cousins in there. He's rebounding at will. Here's Shoel up top. Good defense there by Kinsey.
Uh-oh, showtime.
Kinsey with the easy layup. Nice defense there. And
great matchup, you know, two of Gwinnett's best 2016 guards in terms of Shoel and Kinsey.
Shoel with the pass to Misenheimer. I'll tell you one thing I'm looking at now as Misenheimer gets the bucket is I'm thinking about the EBA. I'm thinking about the EBA camp we had out at Bogan Park, where it was Jared Harper versus DeMarcus Simons, and Simons got out to a slow start, but Jared Harper came out and really lit it up, and really kind of brought the best out of Simons and kind of turned up his energy. I think we'll see the same thing with Shoel, as he's off to a relatively slow start for what we know he can do. But nothing helps bring things out of you sometimes, like the competition that you face on the other side. So look for him to be able to step it up in the second half as both teams continue to get loose. That'll bring us to halftime. I'm Marcus Burnett. He's Chris Watkins, and we'll catch you back here shortly. Cole out there trying to beat. And welcome back here to the EBA Boys Top 40 Fall Workout. I'm Marcus Burnett, joined by Chris Watkins, as we're ready to get started with second half action. It's been a good one thus far, Chris. Give me a synopsis of some of the players that have stood out there just based on the first half.
Had a great first half. You know, Brent Duncan got going early in the gray team. You have Micah Kinsey, number 3, in the white, got going late. But we cannot fail to mention Cole Roberts, a 2016 6'7" junior out of Riverwood High School. Not currently in the game. Definitely showed a lot of energy on both ends of the floor, a couple of blocks. Got out and ran.
That's the player I wanted to see more of, number 11, Xavier Barmore. He just missed that shot, but you've seen some of the moves he's been able to make to the rack.
Yeah, I mean, he can do some special stuff with the ball in his hands. We just need him to finish there in transition.
Still trying to get going. Here's Penley to Morgan. I tell you a player we forgot to mention in the first half recap. That gentleman right there, he just missed that jump shot, but number 5, Cameron Jimenez Fox of Central Gwinnett, had a good first half himself. Penley ahead to Kinsey.
Got Kinsey finishing there in transition. He's just so smooth, makes it look effortless.
Again, out of Brookwood. Here in nearby Lilburn. Cookies, taken by Xavier. Woo. Barmore showing a little bit more of the flashes that he showed early in the game. Here's Penley. Jimenez Fox to Kinsey. Ice cream, Ty Penley.
Can't leave him open. If he catches that much space, go ahead and chalk it up. Put 3 on the board.
Penley out of Southeast Whitfield, Dalton, Georgia. And 1. Xavier Barmore. Barmore out of Seneca, South Carolina, like you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, shouts out to Xavier Barmore for making us look good since we started talking about him. Now he scored back-to-back buckets.
You already know, man, that's the PSB. The PSB broadcaster, I won't call it a jinx since it's positive, but whenever we start to talk about a player, they tend to do work. And Barmore doing just that right there as we see the hesitation and delay. Barmore's got it in his hands again, passes it ahead, and the finish. We're seeing Barmore really invigorate his team. The energy was already good, but he had 6 straight points himself. Had a fast break bucket, but Micah Kinsey says, let's slow it down a little bit. He gets the layup there for Team White as well.
Woo-hoo.
Barmore's he's got him cooking. He's cooking.
He's trying to get loose now.
If he's not loose, I'd hate to see him when he actually is, because he's really.
And just to mention, we had, if you heard there, we had Brandon Clay Scouting, also in association with On the Radar Hoops Report, was covering the John Lucas Invitational. That's one thing we bring here at Peach State Basketball. We do bring you nationwide coverage, but we can't forget the Georgia folks as we have Ty Penley pulls up again there in transition for 3.
And that's just I think that's a great example of how, with Brandon Clay Scouting and On the Radar Hoops Report, the web of content that you have and the web of events that they've covered in different states. Despite being based here in the Peach State, you don't have an Xavier Barmore here competing against some of Georgia's best and having them go against him if Brandon's not at that John Lucas camp in Louisville last week. So kind of the gift that keeps on giving when you look at being able to cover that pipeline of events, even when it's national in scope. Big man Roberts calls for it. Instead, he kicks it back out. 3-pointer off the mark, but Roberts snatches that rebound. Strong on the shot.
Ooh, back-to-back cross.
Back-to-back crosses, but it's lost. Passed off to Weiner. Weiner with the finish. Austin Weiner, as we mentioned, the 7th grader. Apologize for any redundancy in mentioning that fact, but hey, got to give credit where it's due to be a 7th grader competing in this type of event. Says a lot about you now, but also says a lot about how your game's going to develop against that level of competition moving forward.
Mitch, we just had Joseph there, or Peza with the 3, doing what he can, stepping out here as a 9th grader, hitting the open shot. We saw he just did right there. And that's what's great about these events, Marcus. I think, gives you a level of confidence. You come out against this competition, you get ready for your high school season, you play well in this environment.
That's a great point, man. 3-pointer splash there from the wing. We'll get that player's jersey number shortly. It's number 8. It's Jackson Lanier. Scored that last bucket for Team White. Off the mark on the tray ball. Shoel with the rebound. Can't get the lay to go. Oh, Cole Roberts. Again, marking his territory on the inside. He blocks the shot, gets the rebound, throws the outlet. Does everything but finish the bucket there on that last play, did Cole Roberts. He's finished by number 8.
You got to score that right there off that ball screen after a great look by Shoel.
Shot off the mark. Misenheimer with the rebound, gets it ahead to Shoel.
Yeah, definitely like Misenheimer's energy today on the glass.
Shoel gets the kiss to go off the window. His first bucket of the game. It's been a tough contest for him. Shots hasn't really been falling. But a player whose potential definitely warrants keeping an eye on him. Nice step through right there in the finish. Xavier Morgan, another Mountain View High School attendee here at EBA Top 40. Mountain View, one of the newer schools here in the Gwinnett County School District.
You want Shoel there after making that great move on that left wing, just to go up through the defender's chest. Don't try to go up and under.
New batch of substitutions for both squads. Roberts with another rebound. 3-pointer, good to go. Was following his shot just in case it did miss, but no need for the offensive rebound. Xavier Morgan gets the triple to go. Pass ahead. It's broken up. Matchup you want to keep your eyes on is Cole Roberts, number 9 in the white, against Britt Duncan, number 19 in the gray. Roberts had a mouse in the house. Missed that shot, but he's got reinforcements in the form of Jimenez Fox. Fox gets the deuce.
Oh, goodness.
We've had the Palmetto State of South Carolina represented well here at EBA Top 40. When you look at the girls' side of things, had about 5 or 6 strong players from South Carolina. And here, Barmore made the trip in from Seneca, representing South Carolina well also. Short on the free throw. Here's Morgan. Kinsey looked like he was trying to go to Roberts, but the ball was deflected. Morgan with the lay.
Great take there by Morgan, 2015 out of Mountain View.
Nice dime by Barmore. Roberts says Duncan. Brent dunks, but not on me as he blocks that one, trying to go coast to coast. Big fella loses it. Gotta love Roberts' energy. Not too many people. I can't think of anyone I've seen block Brent Duncan. I think maybe Kewan Davenport of East Hall. I think we saw him do it once at our last EBA event. But other than that, very hard to catch Brent Duncan midair.
And not only is he Brent Dunks, you can also visit BrentDunks.com to see a number of dunks on Brent Duncan.
Not bad, and here we see Xavier Barmore again with another bucket, this time over the outstretched arm of Cole Roberts, which we know is not an easy task.
I got a feeling you might actually see some clips on Barmore on PeachStateBasketball.com at some point here in the future following the event.
He really leaves us no choice. Cole Roberts definitely has some footage he can be proud of as well, as that big fella has earned the rest that he'll get for a couple minutes. Running the floor, blocking shots, rebounding, taking up a lot of space inside. Very effective stint there for Cole Roberts. Kick it out. Gonna be a foul there on the drive. With Justin Lee on the take. Matthew Misenheimer inside. Seeing some good pieces for Mountain View.
Yeah, definitely. You know, they got two good 2015s out here. You know, like about Misenheimer, he's doing a great job on, you know, with energy, getting on the glass, finishes around the rim.
Here we see Misenheimer run the floor again, rebound and finish. You know, one of the things that was really a common thread from a lot of my interviews at Gwinnett County Basketball Media Day this past week over at Norcross High School was that the teams in Gwinnett County really feel like, you know, their county as a whole is a very good barometer for measuring basketball talent here in the state. You know, when you look at the teams that they have, and whether that's a biased opinion on their part or not, you got to be able to look at the body of work that Gwinnett County has, and there's some validity to that thought.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. When you talk about Gwinnett, the biggest thing about Gwinnett is top to bottom. You know, you don't have any weak spots on the guys' side in basketball in Gwinnett County. You know, a lot of other counties, whether it's Cobb or Fulton, you have your front runners, and then you have some others, not to knock, but I mean, Gwinnett is top to bottom, you know. You don't have any given win in that Region 7, which is your Norcross, your Peachtree Ridges, your North Gwinnett's, or the Region 8s, whether it's your Shiloh, Brookwood, Central Gwinnett, South Gwinnett, Berkmar. Night in and night out, it's a war.
And even when you look at the Mountain Views, like I mentioned, a school that is relatively new. You know, you look at a Mountain View, you look at an Archer. You know, you look at these relatively new schools in Gwinnett County, and they're not really far behind as far as the deficit in talent and the programs that they have. So I think that says a lot about, you know, just the parity across the county.
Yeah, definitely a testament to the coaches throughout Gwinnett County. They all do a good job, and their ongoing conditioning and weight and lifting programs, both during the season and the off season.
The drop off, Penley, finished by Austin Weiner. So well drops it off to Misenheimer. Uses all of that length to finish inside. Misenheimer will have a seat. About 1:50 remaining in this one. Duncan will get called for the foul there. Morgan kicks it out to the corner. Here's Weiner. Weiner going to try the three-pointer. Money. Weiner, one of the a pupil of Adrian Penland, who's leading basketball skills and drills over in the auxiliary gym here at the fall workout. So beyond the games that you see here, players also getting the chance to get better through the drills on that facet of the event as well. Roberts with the assist. The finish by Nicholas Tolbert. So Roberts, big fella, in addition to being able to score when he's given the chance to do so, rebound, block shots. Also does a good job of passing as well. Really puts you in the mindset of a, relatively speaking, of a Joaquin Noah in that aspect. A hustle guy, all over the place, rebounds, blocking shots, but then also knowing when to make the right pass to his teammates also. Good looking shot there by the southpaw. Again, that's Tolbert. Tolbert attends Hateville Charter. Barmore gets it up, off on the shot. So that's going to do it for this game. Be sure to stick with us as we'll have 2 more after this one. Appreciate you joining us here. You're watching the EBA Boys Top 40 Fall Workout. I'm Marcus Burnett. He's Chris Watkins. Catch you back here next game.